What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? So Shannon is back, so definitely check out Monday was his premiere episode after his sabbatical. Can you have a sabbatical for something that doesn't pay you? Is that possible?
Oh no, man.
So definitely check out Monday's episode where we talk about Microsoft Defender, some issues they were having, and then so Monday and Tuesday are topics. Wednesday's discussion. Thursdays we'll have on Sam Brown. He'll be talking about some things you could be doing to make yourself better suited for this job market to secure employment. And then on Friday we talk about everything else: movies, books, games, all that good stuff. Without further ado, I'll give it to Shannon.
All right, everybody. So this article is from Forbes.com, actually. It's written by Davey Winder, and it's titled, Google Pays Apple $15,000 for Hacking Chrome Security. So it's not exactly how it sounds, right? So what Google did was they confirmed that there was a high severity security vulnerability in the Chrome web browser, and it was found by Apple's security engineering and architecture team, right? So it's just called their SEAR team. So they got a bug bounty. So Google does bug bounty. So it's not like they're specifically just doing this with Apple, but this is for anybody who can, if they find something and report it to Google, like you can get a certain amount of money depending on the severity of the vulnerability that's found, right? But Apple, and usually what Apple does is it's in the performance of them doing something with their own systems, right? So a lot of the time it's them doing some type of like update or something like that with their iOS, right? With their operating system, and they come across these things, right? Because Apple is doing a better job. I hate to give them credit because I know you're going to jump on this, Ryan. Apple is doing a better job of incorporating, with other entities, right? Whether it be Google, Microsoft, or whatever. They're doing a better job of that. They didn't used to be as great at it, but they are coming along, right?
Now they're great at everything.
Okay. See, there's a lot I didn't want to do it. But no, they are. They really are. And so because they're incorporating into other with other companies and then allowing other systems like kind of into their house, they stumble upon these things, right? So like with this one, it was with Chrome, right? Like you have the Chrome browser, for it to be compatible with iOS, they have to go in, they have to do their research, they have to go and take care of things on their end, and then they come across these types of things, right? So like I mentioned, Google got paid $15,000, right, for CVE 2023-4072, which was an out-of-bounds read and write vulnerability with Chrome's WebGL implementation. So WebGL is a JavaScript application. It's a programming interface, right? When it comes to these types of things, like, it's good that it happens, and it's good to see. I don't want to say there's no hard feelings about it, right? Because Apple could be poking them a little bit in the background, like, oh man, y'all can't keep your stuff, y'all can't keep your stuff going good. Safari don't have this problem. Stuff like that may be going on in the background. I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing. I'm guessing here, but this is actually good news, though, right? That this actually happens, and that they are pushing this, especially with Apple being as popular as it is, especially here in America. Now, I know they've expanded and they've gone to other countries, China, the EU, things like that, but very popular here in the States, right? I'm starting to notice since I've gotten to the Apple Fold, right? Like a lot more people that I text, they get the blue bubbles, right? That means you're another Apple user. I'm seeing a lot more of that for people that didn't used to be, right? They used to be green before, blue now. So I'm like, man, I don't know why I want to leave, I guess, right? No, I'm joking. I do want to leave, Ryan, but
You can't leave.
I know. It's like Sonny from Bronx Tale, right? You can't leave. Get out of the car. but no, but them getting paid, like, this is a good thing. And believe it or not, like in this last batch that came around, this wasn't the highest bounty that they paid out, actually. So in all, they awarded bounties totaling 123,000 in their latest update. And in that latest update, it's what takes Chrome to, this different version for Mac and Linux and for Windows. But The biggest bounty they actually gave out was a different one to someone's called Jerry. They have it in quotes, so the real name is probably not Jerry, but that one came to 23,000, right? So Jerry picked up one for 23,000, and Jerry also picked up another one for 20,000. But the point of this article, right, is that you have Apple out there in the performance in the scope of them performing their duties that they're supposed to. They came across something else. Through Chrome, which is a good thing, right? Like you don't want it to be where each one of these companies like stovepipes and they just let the other fail, and they can't, right? Because it's one of those things where if for whatever reason the SEAR team finds this, and let's just say they didn't say anything, right? What can end up happening is that people that use Chrome, on their Apple devices, when they start having issues or they get hacked or whatever, it's a good thing that Apple, puts this out there because Apple could be getting the blame for it, right? People are just like, they don't realize it was the Chrome browser that had an issue. They just may think it's their iOS, right? So it is a good thing that Apple did this. But yeah, 15 G's, you know what I mean? So Ryan, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah. I don't disagree with anything you just said. Apple is one of the greatest companies of all time. And I was playing like, so I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, but we're almost a completely Apple house, right? I still have some PCs and some other things around the house. It's just every Apple product doesn't fit every need, but almost. They're getting very close. Um, but no, in all seriousness, no, it's good to see. All these companies have these teams that go out and they go to seek flaws and then disclose them to each other. It's all part of the larger defense of the enterprise, right? Um, like we say almost every week, there's an article like cybersecurity is national defense. Like even if your company has nothing to do with the DoD, you have to be secure. You have to protect your clients and your clientele, whomever they are, because broader defense protects us all. So it's a necessary evil. Like these companies have to have these teams in order to do this research, not only on themselves but on their rivals as well. Because again, any flaw that they may have may impact them as well. Like you said, it could hurt brand, it can hurt reputation, it could just cause other security flaws, a pivot from one environment to the next, right? So it's definitely necessary, and we see it almost on a weekly basis in articles. Like recently, the I want to say Air Force, it's Department of Air Force, right? So Space Force recently had a campaign where asking people to hack satellites, right? Because they're trying to find those vulnerabilities. Back when I was still in Virginia, you had the Air Force ask for the Enterprise to be hacked. It's like, hey, if you can hack the at the time, what we call it, AFGIG, or I forget what it was called.
AFNet.
AFNet, yeah. So we went from AFGIG to AFNet to what are we, like Doden now or something? I don't know. I'm out. I'm out. But to hack the enterprise to see where our weaknesses are. So sometimes you need a third party. And then again, we talk about this past week's all the stuff rolling out of DEF CON. So like that is the biggest event of the year, right? You want all these people to come together to expose flaw, to talk about topics that have to do with their craft, and just to make everybody better. Hopefully, they're all blue teamers. I doubt it. Everybody goes there to hone their craft, whatever side of the fence they may be on. But it's good to see the community working together, regardless, to help expose these issues. So 15 grand is a drop in the bucket, right? If anything, like you said, it's bragging rights. Say, oh, we just got 15 grand from our competitor to find this flaw. At the end of the day, it's a rounding error for these companies, these $1 trillion companies. That is pocket change. But it's more of the thrill of the hunt, as well as the satisfaction of finding something that hopefully you're the first, right? You can say, I found this flaw. And then again, for it to be a good guy in this respect is even better before it's out there on the dark webs being sold, to would-be script kiddies and all that good stuff. So good to see, good article. I'm glad it's on the Apple side of the fence this time around, because we've been getting beat up a lot in recent articles. So again, I'm not biased. I support all brands. I've been an Apple customer since the Apple III, whenever that came out. And I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. So It's like the Wolf of Wall Street. Remember, he was like, "I'm not going anywhere." So, but yeah, definitely continue to tune in throughout the week. So Monday, Tuesday are topics. Wednesday is discussion. So definitely tune in for that one for this week. And then Thursday, I'll be talking to Sam Brown about him and his craft and how he helps people secure employment. And again, motivational speaker. He has his own business, so he's an entrepreneur, proprietor of his own thing. He's a teacher, so all that good stuff. And how that applies to cybersecurity, check it out. So really good interview. We even talk about frolicking. Go check that out. It's hilarious to me anyway. Just the word itself, frolic is hilarious. So that comes up in the conversation. So check us out. And then Fridays, everything else. So we'll be catching up on Shannon and all his vacation ness and all that good stuff. Came back beaming. Look at him, just so happy, jolly, if you will. He was probably out there frolicking on the beaches of his destination. So definitely check that out. And then again, if you're looking for a place to sponsor, a place to offer your goods or services that have a meaningful impact on our community, again, people of color who are looking to either break in, continue their journey, or they're a glass ceiling breaker, right? A mover and shaker, if you will. Definitely hit me up and we can discuss how that looks going forward. So check us out on the socials that go by our name. Give me a person. I'm at RY Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. I am on Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Threads. Stay safe, stay secure.